We are anonymous. Don't panic, we have temporarily taken over the ad system. We are here to talk to you. We have taken over control of the Out There channel. He was spreading too much truth. It was undermining our effort to control information flow using fraud channels online. Namely, Third Phase the Moon and the Dream Team and Goof on Radio. And of course, Secureteam 10. We are anonymous. We are watching you. We are many. We are one. If you keep on watching the Out There channel, we will have to come after you and silence you as well. You have been warned. Proceed with caution. We are anonymous. We are many.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love.
Dark side.
Let the fate control your body.
In the beginning, it was written.
I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love.
I want to show you guys a very intriguing piece of UFO footage that I had never seen before, and it was posted on UFO Reddit, showing a mildly short video titled "Couple Living in Germany Filmed This UFO Back in 2009. So let's check it out.
Okay, jetzt geht's wieder. Jetzt passt wieder. Alter, was ist das? Ich hab sowas noch nie gesehen.
Boah, warum ist deine Kamera auf die eingestellt?
Ich hab das so eingestellt.
Was ist das für ein riesen... Wow, Alter.
Scheiße, Mann.
Ist der?
Geht mitten hinter die Bäume, das hier. Ja, gut, so, jetzt passt wieder. Jetzt seht ihr das. Alter, ich hab sowas noch nie gesehen. Hast du es gehört? Was war das?
Ja.
War das ein Hund?
Nein.
Das ist voll komisch. Doch, das war ein Hund.
Hä?
Scheiße.
Eben glaube ich jetzt Schiss.
Aber als Mann ist entfernt sich und zoomen kann ich nicht, nach wieder umschauen. Scheiße. Alter, wieso? Wow.
Okay, so there you have it. I'm totally amazed that I had never come across this before in the almost 2,000 videos I've done in the past decade. But you know what? There are hidden gems all over that people have never reported or thought to upload for fear of being called crazy or something like that. But nevertheless, we have it here. And what I love about this footage is that it looks like it's from 2009. The resolution, the quality of the video, the timestamp down in the corner, these are all relics of days most of us remember. And well, we have what appears to be a, your typical Bob Lazar style flying saucer. It looks like a saucer, it looks metallic. It has a great feature of what I like to call legit UFO videos. UFO videos that contain certain features that lead more to their validity than their fakeness, and that is when you have a UFO passing back behind something in the foreground, such as a tree, a building, or something of that nature. And so as we're watching this up close, and I'll go ahead and slow it down here, this thing is definitely passing behind these trees. If anyone can translate down below, I'd appreciate it. But whoever is recording it definitely seems to be very intrigued and spooked by the sighting of the object. The object is moving very fluid, very smooth through the sky, giving off these sort of anti-gravity type vibes. And it also appears to me, at least, to be spinning. Due to changes and the light reflections on it. It just looks like at times it's spinning to me, but it's hard to tell with the resolution. But still, what is most amazing is this thing, comes out from behind the trees, lingers there for a minute, and then blasts off into the distance, completely shocking the videographers. And it looks totally legit to me. I've seen a lot of CGIs, and especially when you have to go behind trees and things of that nature, there has to be a lot of masking and editing done, and I just don't see that here. And even the way it blasts off at the end, it looks like something in real life that you would see blasting off, like a drone or a plane or something like that. So very amazing stuff. Some very interesting stuff posted on UFO Reddit as of late, so thanks to all of you guys posting there.
So guys, what do you think of Tyler's best UFO footage for 2021 there? What would I do to analyze it and break it down, and what I would have said about it? So yeah, we're going to turn it into a competition where you can win some cash, which I'll go over in a minute. And also, any new subscribers from now to reach a new 100 milestone, 100 new subs, will go into the draw to win $10 US cash. So that can go towards your own new channel or existing channel or your own personal wealth. So there's no need to join as a membership to be involved there. You just need to click the sub button and all notifications and post a comment, which I'll go over in a minute. So what would I have said after I looked at that video? So this is part of the competition to see how good you know me. The sentence pool initial analysis thoughts. This is my list of possibles. I believe though this is a hoax because it's, and then there's a missing word, and then there's another missing word, then there's a 2-letter word, then there's another missing word, and then there's a different colour, but the word is 5 letters there. Then there's another word, and then another 2-letter word, and the last word at the end there. So why would you think I believe that would be a hoax? Let's see how well you know me. Now, you have to get the first one to get it correct will win the money. So post your answers and guesses to the pinned comment. A list of 5 answers should do the trick, I'd say. If you need more, do so. That match will win it from the list of any. And if you're the first one, of course. So that's why you post it, because it will timestamp it. And if you have problems, use the BitChute alternative account comment section there. Or actually, we'll just keep it to that. So that way we either got BitChute comments and we got YouTube comments, and one with the earliest time and the correct answer will win the money. So your best guess will be at the top of the list, hopefully. The close date will be mid-January to the 31st of January at the final date possible. So definitely will get drawn by the 31st of Jan, but I may want to end the competition sooner if I see correct answers in the list. And of course, time factor, of course. If no one guesses correct, correctly, the cash prize will roll over to the next episode game. So what do I call this game? The game of ufology. Not ufology. Not based on the Squid Game, which is quite popular at the moment. The goal is to make learning fun, to make it entertaining, while keeping it serious and gain critical thinking in the field that lacks it so badly. And as I've already said, there's a bonus of $10 to be won to any of the subscribers from now to we reach another 100 subs. So 2,600 would be the total subs. Then we could draw that out in a spinner world competition, which will be made into another video, of course. When you do sub, do post a comment saying you're a new subscriber. That also helps, and also tick get all notifications in case you miss out on future competitions. And let's go on and have a look at what the solution is to Tyler's video. Is it a legit UFO or is it a hoax, as I suspected? And the reason why is what you've got to try and guess, was what I was going to say. But we will break it down with my initial analysis. I won't be doing live debunks like I used to. Instead, I'll be doing these quick episodes where you can join in with a bit of fun. So an important note here is that this cash comes from my own pocket. To say thank you to all those that supported me over 6 years. I often give away cash and certificates for merchandise and Christmas to helpers, but this is the first time I'm going to offer some cash to anyone that watches the channel that has a PayPal account, of course, that's been verified by age verification, address and all that. So I don't have to do that because it's done by PayPal. So yeah, don't be worried if you're still donating to the channel, because all that money is separate to my own and goes towards the channel expenses to pay for subs, licenses for software I use, to fund new replacement parts, which I have bought a few in the last couple of months, probably another $200 gone there. But also I need to get a new laptop at some stage. But you know all this already if you're a long-time member. And hopefully we get some new people joining in the fun and watching the viral videos on UFOs out there and seeing what the solutions are according to myself and other experts, and to keep an eye on UFO channels that are putting out the content claiming it to be alien craft or just trying to make money from it. Here I'm giving away some money. But the more people give, the more I can pay forward. So it's give and take. It's not all one direction here. So yeah, let's just get on with it and do the final analysis of this episode. Okay, so let's get on with the analysis of Tyler's best UFO footage for 2021. This footage from Germany, and it's hard to tell out what the object is in the photograph because there's a lot of a blur there and out of focusness. Amateur photography maybe. Doesn't look like atmospherics. So as I said, I believe it's a hoax for one main reason, which is part of the competition. But there are sort of things we can do to look at the video to try and figure out what it is. Now, we've had several of these videos in the past which turn out to be jets, and you can't see the tails and wings. So the first thing was to take a snapshot of this image and run it through my usual video processing without doing a reverse image search on it to see whether he had the latest source or not from Reddit. I didn't bother looking at that side of stuff because then I was going to just look around, see if any of the debunkers out there had done that. The main ones being UFO Interest and Merc, of course. So Secureteam bullshitting his gullible fans. This is clearly a poor quality video from smartphone of a passenger jet. And the movement is due to optical zoom, stabilization, minor movement of your hand and all that. And if you study the firmware tech, the zooming off is zooming out again with the digital zoom and slight hand movements. That's what it looked like to me. It wasn't traveling fast enough to create motion blur. I'd assume the out of focusness was due to it being autofocus, and it was focusing on something closer in the foreground, which we didn't see in that video, which probably would have been the tree. But the tree itself looks out of focus, so there must have been something before that. So that's my gut feeling on it, because we've had so many of these videos before, and it looks like it's hovering and going backwards or moving crazy, and it's still to do with digital zoom. So if it was CGI, they mimicked it pretty well and blurred it enough not to see much details of poor editing, really, if it exists there. So here's my frame I took. Maybe I was just lucky with the frame, but I run it through my usual filters, and sure enough I could see a plane shape in that rather than a flying disc. So, as you know, there's compression artifacts with white and black, which makes things look oval or round, or not actually, it actually looks like. And I thought this was the case in point here, but this proves that video analysis is not everything. Because of the low quality here, we've got sort of minimal pixels to work with to see whether that was light reflecting off some sort of dome on the top, or whether it's just artifact. So you can see here the back slopes off where the plane tail would be, and we can't see the plane tail because maybe it's that sky blue color like that there would blend in on a out of focus far away picture, of course. But it does look like it's got some reflection off the wing here and an engine, and it also seems to have like a nose shaped like a normal plane, passenger jet. I thought, bingo! But as we've found out, it gets a bit more complicated, because some things can actually be CGI, and we're not actually picking up on it. And this is a case in point. So it turns out, before I started my channel in 2016, that this video came out in 2009, and Scott had seen it before and said bingo. Now we'll notice in this is really high quality, and also this is the full video. If you look at the one at the Reddit, it's been purposely actually blurred out, and it's been cropped from the start and end. So Scott's got some music on it. I'll just mute that. He never talks. Here's how some hoax promoters like Secureteam 10. So he's playing the same video, which we just looked at. So we'll just skip through that. As you can see, it's a bit hard to tell if that's CGI from Secureteam's version of the video. Wait till you get to see the full video, which of course, if I bothered doing reverse image search, I may have found it by pure luck. As you know, it doesn't always work if it's so blurry and it kind of looks like a blob in the sky. We're not going to get many hits. So it's good that people have good memories of hoaxes. Now, we didn't see that much of it. I think Secureteam chopped off the bit where it sort of pings off. But it turns out that it is old version reported at different locations that people are recycling the frauds out there. And we can see here we've got a lot more footage of it coming in. And where's the tree bit coming up? And we see something that's coming towards us, and straight away that changes everything, doesn't it? Right there. So where does Tyler's footage start? About here, right? So we saw that bit a minute beforehand. We saw that thing flying towards us. We would have known straight away it was CGI for 100% sure. And you can see how much clearer it is in this footage as well. When that UFO come right at us, and where it zooms off there, obviously wasn't zooming out. So we would have found it on above top secret. If we did some search on keywords here. Obviously Tyler didn't do that. So that's beyond a doubt proven. The CGI artist who did it was never exposed. Most likely the fake was made with the same graphic tools used to fabricate the fake UFOs over Haiti in 2007. So there you go, guys. A convincing UFO video can be made if you crop it and blur it more to make it spud cam. But when you start to see the full video footage, then there's a lot more there to go on, which then changes information, of course, and we can see straight away it's CGI 100%. No brainer. So I wonder if Tyler will update his episode or the next episode and do a correction. He never does, but if he's watching this, maybe he will. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, so I'll leave it there, and it's already become a big long episode, but next one will be shorter, hopefully back to 5 to 10 minutes maximum. Stay safe on the road over Christmas, guys. Let's see what I do next on the channel with memberships, and see what comes out in 2022. So I've got some ideas and things I'm going to work on, and the new intro. But yeah, obviously things are going to change. And if I get sick, maybe I'll even disappear again. I'll do a Tyler. Anyway, hopefully you didn't miss me too much. And I'm sure you guys will comment in the comments. I've got something new coming up. I said I wasn't going to do live shows anymore, but depends on your support, of course. And if we get more memberships, because I'll be doing content only for memberships as part of my YouTube agreement, of course. But also you'll be able to talk to me on these new live shows with members only, and hopefully I'll be able to set up a tripod with a camera in the backyard, and we can watch the skies in Christchurch here on these nice summer days, and maybe even some nighttime things. So let's see how that goes. It doesn't involve me having to plan too much and think too much. and research too much on what I'm going to say, like I do on most live shows. So yes, be like relaxing, hangout type shows, and I'll probably be calling it Sky Watch Christchurch, New Zealand. So we'll try to do that with a smartphone, because that's all I've got at this stage, and maybe as time progresses we can upgrade the camera and what we do with it. So it really comes down to your support, people. And as you know, I'm also giving out some cash, but we need cash coming in for the channel, which doesn't go to my pocket. So on with the rest of the debunking.